What are you doing there, pal?
Just collecting old dry grass. Wouldn't it just be easy to have a hoover that'll just hoover up the entire field? Like ping! Hey, welcome to Start Water! Say we're hooping a field! I know! That's what she said!
Oh fuck.
No way!
Oh fuck. Right, so... Yep, go. This is the technique, innit? Yeah, go.
And that's the technique!
That's good. Right, so what we're going to do, we've got this leaf mulcher, vacuum mulcher. Don't know whether it's going to work any good, but you need to shred it up so we can get different purpose, like growing for mushroom substrate. We just need to get a barrel to pasteurize it in. We'll do some experiments with that, but we're going to see how much we can get up in...
Half an hour. Side mission!
What are these?
Oh, these are dock seeds.
These are ducks. I'm sure I've heard that before.
Same, it feels like a bit like deja vu.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, I think I remember that.
Oh yeah.
We've just got back from collecting seeds for the food forest. These are dock seeds.
And these are dock plants.
So that's what the fruit of that. We did bring some more, but it's in full force there, and a bit more. So we've brought up tons of dock seeds today, haven't we? So we're gonna sprinkle them about different areas. Oh, we just got a group there.
We're getting invaded right here. And these are dock seeds.
So we've upped our game with a seed collection. This is what we saved just of dock seed. We've got nettle, we've got devil's bit, we've got sheep sorrel that tastes like lemon. What did you call it? Lemongrass.
Yeah, lemongrass.
So it does grow in the section over there where the downed wind-blown tree is. So we know that'll take. And what we're doing is just going about and scattering this like buggery. Right, so we're collecting a bit of water there.
Even the boat's not protecting over dock seeds. Hashtag dock seed shuffle!
There we go, this is the technique. Sprinkle, sprinkle and shuffle. Shuffle it, shuffle it. Skid your feet, skid your feet. Right, I'm gonna get in here with so let's kick up that. There we go. Right, quick, in this area now then. Right. Get it all in there. Shuffle it, shuffle it, shuffle it. So we're just doing more dock seed shuffling.
Yeah.
Here we go. But we didn't really explain like about the peat that took.
Oh, no.
Like what did you see when you discovered it?
Right, so we dug underground over there.
Like, but what made you think what's going on here?
Like, cause I stomped on the ground like this, yeah, we're full on like stomping,
Yeah.
and then there were bare smoke like coming out.
But there
of it.
were no ash or anything like that.
No.
I thought it was just ash coming up, but there were no ash on the ground, were there?
Look.
Yeah.
I said to Danny, look, look, you think
And
it's ash?
smoke were coming up out of the ground, weren't it?
It was like.
So then what? Well, I got my hands in there, but I think you got your hands in there first, didn't you?
I got my hands in there and like it's hot, and this is what peat is.
Yeah, like half decomposing moss and vegetation. So that had took, but there were no embers or there were no ash on the surface or anything like that. But putting your hands in it, it was like an oven. Well, did you? Yeah, and they were just digging about, no sign of embers, but it was like full on hot.
Oh yeah.
Like, so it was really weird that I've never ever seen peat take, but yeah. So around these edges where the moss is what we want to encourage. We've spoke to a company called BTD Moss, and we can sort some monies. They'll provide us with these little, they call them micro propagation, so you can go and collect moss from other sides of the wood to inoculate patches. Like this one, we're just chucking a load of seeds over it,
create new vegetation.
and see what happens there. Yeah, we can try and play its own game, but the tussocks there are proper. Yeah, the thick as out. So this Beader Moss company, they grow from tiny little micro moss things. Moss doesn't have roots, and it can clone itself. Like you can clone a plant by cutting it, and it'll grow roots.
That's called asexual.
Yeah, what they have spores, don't they? Yeah, so is it? We'll have to look up that
No,
actually.
sexual, I don't want to get
That's
into
where they. Anyway, so
sexuals, like, you know, and then asexuals with plants, like where
asexuals, it don't
like,
need a
it can clone itself, like Danny just
female
said.
part. Well, yeah, you're right. Anyway, so they make these little beads, and they grow moss plugs like you get, I suppose, like plant plugs. So we've got a price off them, and they want to help us out with, you know, what'll be best and things like that. So we'll come to that when the swales are in and stuff like that. What else? Oh yes.
Yeah, another bit about peat.
Go on.
Is when, like, you get woodland fires, like wildgrass fires, peat will start burning underground, and that's what will create the fire to last like 28 to 30 more days.
Well, yeah, it was 42 days. Well, 41. Well, I like the number 42. The year before this set on fire, and that's because the peat took. It's
Happened up Lake War because some
this year, didn't it? And up Tor. Where is Tor? Anyway, it's in Rosendale Valley, but they came early, so that's why we've been focusing on this, because yeah, more foot traffic equals more chance of wildfire.
By the way, this was a
more
controlled
foot
fire.
traffic as well. Yeah, it was.
This was a controlled fire. Like, it doesn't look controlled.
It is,
it
like, it's either you manage it with cows or cattle, or you do a controlled burn. That's just the standard procedure. But anyway, so we're going to turn that into a water storage area. Don't think we'll have enough time but just get a tarp and make a big surface where it can run down, and we'll be digging trenches to make the biochar trenches, because I'm not doing an earth kiln. It's just going to take too much time, so we're going to do top lit brush piles and pits and biochar trenches. But we'll dig a trench first and then use that to collect water. We've got like all these 20 litre barrels that you could just cut the top off, and they'll be our collection thing, nice and rigid, so you can't pop a tarp if we get in there. But
we won't get trench.
We're going to protect these trees.
I have the Dockseed Shuffle, and Danny has...
I have the Muir Hex scoop. So this is the technique that works. You get in the channels and then scoop back, scoop. And then I suppose you'll have to do a couple of passes, but just in that short space of time. Here we go on the pan.
The Muir Shuffle.
So I think we're going to have to, because that bag's going to fill up, like, I think it's best having like a work table and just sort of have that going into a bucket or some sort of big collection thing, the exhaust, and just feed it in the top. But we'll see when we get it going where effective this is. Do you want to try it now, actually?
Yeah.
Right, so we've got a bag full of there, so we're going to store this. We'll just put it in plastic bags because that's all shredded. So yeah, that worked pretty quick. We'll have to judge how much it costs in petrol compared to what we're getting and what we would have had to pay for straw. But you know, and it's got ergot on this, so gonna have to look into what it'll be like for eating the mushrooms, or at least in certain parts that's on the seed ergot, and yeah, so we'll have to look into that for edibility. But we're going to try and get all the grass from around these trees piled up, because it does take a lot longer than we expected to feed it through here. But that's the experiment for today. and we've learnt that, so we're just gonna burn this off. This was only a minute running, weren't it?
I've run for a minute and a half, a minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah, and that we're doing our tests as well, so it'll probably be less than a minute to get this. And you know, if you was to buy straw, our baler's gone, like everything bloody else. But we can maybe get a wheelie bin up here. I seen on the one of them free sites, someone giving away a wheelie bin, so that'd be good for a baler and just stamping on it with a bit of string. But yeah, so cut out delivery costs and all that sort of stuff. So we'll get some mushroom spawn on that and see if it'll grow. It should do.
Yeah, well,
Oyster mushroom will eat anything.
yeah.
And we've played about with them before, so already done tests as well.
Yeah. Not magic mushrooms, don't
Not
worry.
magic mushrooms, no.
Nah, don't worry.
So yeah, so we're just going to try and make this pile as big as we can in 10 minutes. Do a quick burn, and then that's a little bit more grass out of the way. And then full day tomorrow. Full weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, full
Cheers!
weekend.
Right, so you got your windrow there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, go on. And then we'll have to cut it. We'll have to go and get the shovels, just for safety reasons. Can't be absent-minded, but yeah, right. So I'll cut there, but this is what we learnt from the last experiment. Windrows. We can't do the ladder fuel limrows here, but we'll just dig a pit for them. We'll dig it in there. It's all sandy there, but I'll just go and get a shovel while this burns. Yeah, we've mastered this, innit? A lot more controlled. So this is the way. Just more hex grass windrows on here, and then don't know how long has it burnt. A couple of minutes, not even that.
Not even that.
Yeah, we can keep an eye on whether it's spreading along. But yeah, you can see mostly steam here, but yeah, nice and controlled.
Don't
Outro.
forget to like and
Subscribe. Peace!